whoever wins that one will have earned it. Also, lots of other great action that night. We've got a rematch. Jamie Pickett and Doug Usher going to go run it back after their first one at Legacy. Those guys have no love lost between them, plus a whole lot more. Here's Rakeem Thorpe coming to the cage. Let's meet his opponent, Damien Gaston.
Rakeem has rolled into the cage. We need his opponent, Damien Gaston. Gladiator to the arena, please.
Damien Gaston out of Reedsville, South Carolina. 2-4 record, and he is a guy that has been with Conflict since day one. All of his fights with Conflict has never been finished, guys. He has, he wins by finish, but he has never been finished in his losses.
A true product of Conflict MMA right here, taking on a Georgia native. So we talk about border wars. You know, this is a preview of that kind of action. You have two competitors that have no idea about each other truly, and they're facing, crossing paths here tonight. I always enjoy those sort of matchups.
Yeah, we've got a guy that has been with Conflict since day one, taking on a guy that is making his first appearance for Conflict out of another promotion. So definitely interesting clash here. Both guys look like they're well put together here and in shape and ready to go at 145 pounds.
Here we see the tail of the tape. The 3-1 from Rakeem Thorpe and 2-4 from Damien Gaston. 2 pounds separates them in weight. We discussed it before that sometimes when guys travel on the road, they do better.
Right.
Actually compete better, and sometimes fighters are more inspired by their hometown crowds.
Yeah, absolutely. You see Joseph Freer there in the corner of Damien Gaston, another very solid undefeated heavyweight. And man, I'm excited for this one. I think these guys are going to give us some action. It looks like maybe they're fighting at 155 instead of 45 from the tail of the tape. As Damien Gaston enters the cage into the red corner, let's meet these guys officially. Let's go to Ken.
We're ready for our next fight. The fighters are in the cage. 3 rounds, 3 minutes each is what's scheduled of MMA combat competition. In the blue corner, hailing out of Atlanta, Georgia, fighting and training with X3 Sports, please welcome to our cage, Rakeem Thorpe. And in the red corner, from Reedsville, South Carolina, fighting and training at St. George Martial Arts and Spartan MMA, standing 5'7". Please welcome to our cage, Damien Gaston. Your referee for this fight, Bryce.
All right, here we go. Damien Gaston in the white, Rakeem Thorpe in the black. And we are ready to go. 3 3-minute rounds. Touch the glove to start. And a big kick fired off right away.
Here we go, and the shot from Rakeem Thorpe.
And he got in there.
And he lets him down. Some frequent flyer miles there for Damien Gaston.
I didn't know for sure if he was going to finish that one or not. He did.
Very smart, though. Sometimes you can end up in a guillotine in a tough spot. That's a sign of a veteran there.
And now it is Rakeem Thorpe on top in the full guard of Gaston. Keeping the guard closed is Gaston with his head up against the cage now. He doesn't have anywhere to go.
Thorpe very dominant. Gaston is in a tough spot. It's hard to hold that closed guard when your back is up against the cage. You really got to watch out, and it limits your hip mobility.
Thorpe trying to stay busy there, trying to keep working, doesn't want to get stood up here. And Gaston just kind of hanging on tight here, trying to keep the damage and the separation to a minimum.
Rakeem Thorpe very controlled there. You saw him place the head of Damien Gaston back up against the cage.
Big right hand lands.
It allows him to control the distance and inflict this kind of pressure.
So we're here at the halfway point of the first round, set for 3 threes. What would you like to see here from Gaston here? He's got to do more than this, or he's going to get stuck.
I'm not a big fan of the closed guard in these type of positions. At least a butterfly, or being able to get his feet involved, feet on the hips, start being able to use his hips more and work back to the standing base. because he's going to lose here. If he stays here in this position, Damien Gaston is going to lose.
And now we've got some separation here.
Those are good shots there by Raheem Thorpe.
As he comes back into his guard, and we're back where we were with a minute to go in the round. Raheem Thorpe on top, full guard. Damien Gaston trying to fire some punches from his back, but those are not very effective. It's been all Raheem Thorpe here in this first round as we close in on the final 30 seconds.
See that Damien Gaston has the overhook, or did for a short period of time. He had that overhook. Maybe look to tie up Raheem Thorpe a little bit more. He isn't against the cage any longer, so he could have some mobility with those hips. Look to set up a submission. He only has 20 seconds, so why not go for broke? Now, it looks like someone is bleeding, and it may be Thorpe.
I'm not exactly sure where that came from, unless it was maybe a clash of heads.
Yeah, because Thorpe has inflicted a majority of the damage here in this first round.
Off to the side, shouldn't be too bad, and that is the end of the first round. Pretty cut and dry, gentlemen.
Undoubted. Dominant round there by Raheem Thorpe. Took him to his corner, kept him in his corner, followed instructions, dominant round.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that we're going to have to see. It's obvious here that we do that for Gaston at this point. He definitely wants to keep it standing. Didn't offer a whole lot off of his back in the first round. Maybe there's some tricks in there that we're not aware of, but I would have to imagine he's got to be looking to keep this thing standing. Two more amateur fights to go here after this one before we get to that big main card. 5 big pro fights. Headlined by 2 title fights, Adrian Henderson, Brandon Sales for that conflict heavyweight title in our main event, as well as our co-main event for the featherweight conflict professional championship. Mon Blackshear, Alon Cruz. Man, guys, those are going to be 2 outstanding fights still to come. Still a long way to go, though, as we get ready to go to round number 2 between Raheem Thorpe in the black, Damien Gaston in the white.
Oh, here we go. Raheem catches that kick. And back to the ground.
Back we go, as now we are back in familiar territory. Raheem Thorpe in the guard of, oh no, he's past it. Takes
now
it
he's
back.
past, yes, he has that gut wrench. Swinging for the fences is Raheem Thorpe.
Turns into him as Damien Gaston gets that guard back. He's been durable, you know, it's obvious, you can see he's never been finished. He's a tough guy, but he's got to start offering more here, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say props to Damien Gaston in that first round. He doesn't seem to have a mark on him. In fact, it's Raheem Thorpe that was cut, even though he thoroughly dominated the first round. And it looks like he's on his way to doing the same here in the second if Damien Gaston doesn't find a way to get off his back.
Thorpe staying busy, throwing punches, pretty steady here. Doesn't want to get stood up, as he's been more than dominant here, on the ground for the first 2 rounds. A minute in now in the second. Big right hand comes down. It's just kind of methodical, It's he's staying busy every 5-10 seconds. He'll throw a couple punches and keeping it where he wants it. As we are halfway through the first round. Still working here from the close guard of Damien Gaston is Raheem Thorpe, as he has chewed up the first 2/3 of this round almost now, and big hammer fist starting to land.
Yeah, Raheem Thorpe just teeing off here. And one might say, why is Damien Gaston not moving? Why is he? But only when you're in there and you feel what the intensity is like, you react what your muscle memory tells you to do. And at this point, Damien Gaston appears to feel safe on a primal level. Now, in a mixed martial arts scoring level, it's a completely different story. He's going to have to make a conscious move.
Why are you fucking just
down to
sitting
about
there
35 seconds
with your
here,
guard closed?
and this round has taken place all right here in this little corner of the cage.
See, moments like that where Rakeem swung and missed there could be an opportunity for Damien Gaston to get to his back, possibly.
Oh, for sure. And now we've got to stand up from our referee.
All right, 15 seconds left in this round.
Big right hand, swings and misses.
Yeah, and down goes Damien Gaston, taking some shots here.
It looks like Thorpe can strike a little bit too. As we go to the third round, been two pretty one-sided rounds so far for Rakeem Thorpe, Kobe.
Yeah, it's I'll be honest, man. That last round, that's for me, in my opinion, that's a close 10-8 round. Kept him down the whole time. Landed some really big shots from top side. That's a close 10-8 round, but definitely give the first and second round to Rakeem Thorpe. Damien Gaston's got to come out and get busy here in this third round to pull the victory.
If you're his corner right now, what are you telling him? What can he do?
Damien, you got to get busy, man. You got to stay standing. You got to keep him from taking you down, and you got to land some big punches. Get him on his heels. Get Thorpe on his heels, and
we see it here, the hammer fist from Rakeem Thorpe. More of the same that we saw in round one. Relentless and very entertaining. Actually, very entertaining ground and pound. He's doing the most with what he has here.
Yeah, Joseph Creer there in the corner of Damien Gaston's giving him some words of advice here, but I think he really needs to get busy to pull this victory out.
He needs a finish.
Yeah.
He needs a finish.
You know, it's obvious that he's got some explosion. You know what I mean? He's going to have to just really go balls out here in this third round.
Looks like his cardio is good, too. He's not breathing too heavy, so he just needs to get busy.
Third and final round. Let's see if any adjustments are made.
Here we go, Rakeem, right out of the gate, taking the center of the cage.
Thorpe the southpaw here. I'm sorry, not Thorpe, but Gaston. And he's in there deep early.
That single leg has been the story of this fight.
And down again.
Oh.
In the side mount now, though.
We saw Gaston make one concerted effort to try to work back to the feet. He was unable to do it. The pressure of Rakeem Thorpe just too much. Now he is in crossbody here.
Thorpe starting to work some knees to the body. And Thorpe knows, I'm sure, that he's up 2 rounds here. You know, he's subject to certainly cruise, but he may want to be the first person to get Gaston out of there if he's never been finished.
Yeah, he's in a great spot to do such. Look for him to block the close arm there with his knee. Set up that crucifix and open up a little bit more. What does he have to lose?
No, absolutely. We're down. He's managed to improve his position somewhat, but has not shown a propensity to attack submissions regardless. So far tonight as we're near the halfway point of this first round. And Blake is going to stand up. Maybe not. Nope. Back to action we go. I'm not sure there was a warning that he given there. Minute and 27 seconds to go here in this third and final round. Rakeem Thorpe cruising to victory so far, it appears. We'll see if Gaston has anything left to pull out a last-ditch effort. It's going to come from behind victory.
Big right hand there by Thorpe.
That one looked pretty solid. No give from the head to the mat there. Down to 1 minute to go, and it has been all Rakeem Thorpe all 3 rounds. As we are maybe headed to our first MMA decision of the night. Had some crazy finishes so far.
Not long left here. 42 seconds.
42 seconds, and if that happens, of course, Rakeem Thorpe undoubtedly will get his hand raised, but Damien Gaston will have continued that streak of never being finished in a mixed martial arts bout.
And he actually opened up his guard.
That was a big shot, though.
Now he spins back over to that side
double
mount,
drop kick.
With only 20 seconds to go, it is looking like a foregone conclusion here. Rakeem Thorpe will improve to 4-1. 4-1. One last-ditch effort from Gaston to get up, but he couldn't do it.
Recovers the guard, however, lives to find another day, perhaps. But Rakeem Thorpe on point in this matchup.
And that is it. 3 hard-fought rounds. We will go to the judge's decision. Have a hard time seeing it being any other way but 30-27, guys. X3 Sports coming into Conflict 43, getting what I imagine will be a decision. You see Nathan Williams in his corner there, was originally scheduled to be on this card tonight. And he, I guess, was actually supposed to go for that featherweight title and replaced by Blackshear. And maybe we'll get to see him face the winner of that down the road.
See the little cut there over the left eye and the eyebrow there of Raheem Thorpe. The only damage inflicted onto Raheem Thorpe tonight, he was utterly in control and from start to finish, from bell to bell, and you see it there, a grind, a tough grind. I'm excited to see what is next from Raheem Thorpe. Of course, his first outing in Conflict MMA, and undoubtedly a successful one.
Yeah, he's definitely got a great wrestling base. Shows off some striking and good fight IQ too. You know, he get the fight where he needed it to be. Didn't take too many unnecessary risks.
Looks like we go to the decision here.
Our judges got a chance to contribute to this decision tonight. Our three cage side judges saw it 30-26, 30-26, 30-27 for your winner. Out of Atlanta, Georgia, Raheem Thorpe.
Kobe actually
Your winner
called the
by unanimous
10-8
decision.
rounds, it sounds like. The two judges agreed with him on those 10-8 rounds. It is 3 rounds to nothing. Your winner, Raheem Thorpe. Congratulations to him.